Taking a few minutes here at the beginning of the contemplation of the elements to just settle in and take a few nice, slow, deep, easy breaths. And letting each breath wash down the body like a waterfall of relaxation from head to toe. Noticing any places where the muscles are holding tension. And just checking those muscles around the face, the mouth, the eyes, the jaw. And scanning all the way down the shoulders and back, the belly, arms, hands, legs, feet. There doesn't need to be a lot of muscle activity to have an upright, well-supported, alert meditation posture. And those muscles that we need can do that job, and all the others can just let go around the strength of the working muscles and the skeleton. You can let the breath help you invite that letting go in the muscles. And just as the muscles can let go and relax into the support of the seat, in the same way, all the tight places in the mind can also let go, relax into the support of the body. And this body holds us upright, and we don't really need to figure anything out in order for that to happen. There's not a lot of work for the mind to do here. So to help our minds understand that it is okay for this time to let go of the usual familiar routines of effort. Just invite the putting aside of any concerns about the past or future. There's no need for grasping. There's no need for pushing away. No, things as they are right now are okay without that extra effort. Just what happens here is enough. And any worries or plans that we need to return to after the sitting time will be there and be available for us to pick up again if we want to. And letting go Stillness begins to develop. Just a little extra space. And in that space, we can be aware of the breath. So to prepare now for the contemplation of the four elements, we're going to begin with creating a guided image in each mind of a natural scene, a scene in nature. The scene I'm going to suggest is going to be set at the beach. If anyone has a problem with that kind of setting, if it stirs up difficult feelings or thoughts, please choose something else. Bringing to mind a beach setting somewhere at the ocean. And choose whatever you like. It may be something, a scene that you've been in many times before and is familiar. It may be something you make up or a picture you've seen, someplace you'd like to go that you know about. But pick a particular spot, a very particular spot, not just Atlantic City, but that place that's a particular area of the beach that you can put yourself in that place. So be there now, and you can look around, see what's there, hear the sounds, feel the sensations, the touch of the breeze, the blow of the spray, the smells. Just really put yourself there. And as you connect through whatever sense channels are most useful to you, as you connect with being in this space, you can become aware that some of what is there has a quality of hardness, of solidity. However you experience that quality. Maybe the touch of the sand beneath your feet, the sight of a piece of driftwood, or the smooth hardness of the wood under your hand. But find something particular, not just a seashell, but a particular seashell. And connect with that particular thing in any way you can. Bring it to your sense doors as you're able. And particularly aware of the hardness of the object, of its solidity. This quality of solidity belongs to the earth element. And then continuing to check in on the environment, putting that earth element object aside and keeping it for future use. Looking around now, finding some way of connecting through the sense doors with wetness, with the water element. perhaps the ocean itself, touching, walking in the water, hearing the splash as your feet take those steps, the sight of the crashing waves, something very specific. Maybe it's raining at your beach, so the rain falling on your face. And connect with that particular aspect of water through as many channels as you can. And really make it a strong connection. And putting the water aside for the moment. Turning next to the element of fire as it's present here at your beach. What is there in this environment that is has the characteristic of heat, of temperature? And how do you connect with that? It may be the sun, if it's a sunny day. It may be the warmth of the contact between the skin and the sand. But find one moment of connection with something here. The glinting of reflection of the sun off the ocean, the full brightness at midday, a particular experience of fire. And really tune in to that experience. Know it fully. Be with it. This is the fire element. Nothing more, nothing less. Just this. And keeping that connection with fire in mind, you can put it aside for the moment and have it there to return to later in the meditation. And finally, the fourth element, the wind element. Be aware of some aspect of the experience of this place at the ocean that you've found for yourself. Some aspect of this place that has the characteristic of windiness, of the movement of air. Perhaps the breeze on your skin, the sight of the birds soaring as they're caught on the currents of air out over the ocean. Sand as it's blown in the breezes, the sea grasses, the sea oats rustling in the wind. Something specific in particular that you can connect with. And remember, this is the wind element. External wind element. And then for the moment, putting that object that represents wind for you, putting that aside to return to later in the practice. And taking a few breaths, leaving the beach scene for the moment. And bringing the full attention and awareness to this body. The breath moving in this body. aware that this body is covered with skin. The whole body from head to toe. Beneath the skin, there's the fleshy parts, the flesh itself, the organs. And beneath the flesh, there's the bone. This body sitting aware, skin, flesh, and bone. That's what's here. And we can survey this landscape of this body just as we surveyed the beach. Beginning with the bone, and start at the top of the head, at the skull, and following down all the way through the large bones of the skeleton, from head to toe. There's bone, and this bone has the quality of solidity. There's a hardness of the bone. There's the hair of the head, the body hair, the nails, the teeth, all have this quality of solidity. The earth element. So picking one of the aspects of the body that represents that hardness, and focusing on that one part of the body, maybe an area of bone, teeth, hair, whatever. Just picking that one area and really connecting. This is earth element. The solidity of the earth is here. Placing that earth element of the body next to the earth element that you found at the ocean. Seeing them together, being aware of them through whatever sense door or doors work best for you. Being aware of these two. And seeing that in the nature of their solidity, of their hardness, the internal earth element of the body and the external earth element, the ocean, are the same. There's no difference. And now scanning the body in relationship to what we find here that has that quality of wetness, of liquidity, of the water element. We see through the whole body all of the fleshy parts are imbued with wetness. The wetness of the lymph fluid, of the blood. In this body there are tears. There are liquids such as the mucus, the snot, the synovial fluid, the cerebrospinal fluid that runs the length of the spine to the brain. Brain filled with liquidity. The blood circulating the whole body, and tides that are moved by the muscle of the heart. There's the blood in the whole circulation from head to toe. There's liquidity in the digestive system, the wetness of urine, of bile. Just scanning the body. All this water element filling the whole body in so many ways. Settle on one aspect. Focus on that one. Make a clear, strong connection with understanding that this body, in this way, is filled with the water element. I'm placing that specific awareness of the water element of the body right next to the awareness of the water element that you found at the beach. The internal water element, the external water element are the same. There's no difference. Turning then to be aware of the body and scan the body in terms of what are the phenomena that we find within the body, what are the processes that operate within the body that manifest the fire element, that have the characteristic of generating temperature, of heat, or of perceiving temperature. The skin that covers the whole body senses changes in temperature, absorbs heat, shivers against the cold. Fires of digestion burn to digest food, the slow, steady burning. The fires of emotion, the passions of hate and fear and longing that can burn in the chest, the belly. If there's inflammation, this is fire element in the body. The slow simmer of the aging processes that wear the body gradually over time. This is the fire element. So choosing one to focus on for the moment. Aware of how the fire element is experienced in one particular way. Making that vivid, making that clear. This is the fire element in this body. Placing that experience of fire element in the body next to the experience from the beach, next to that image, next to that awareness. Holding them together and seeing the internal fire element, the external fire element. They're the same, no difference. And turning back to the body to check in and be aware of the final element, the wind element. There can be aspects of wind involved in digestion, the kind of gases that can be generated when we digest our food. These are an aspect of wind. You can notice those winds when they blow. And the breath. The movement of the air in and out, all through the body. This is the wind element. If we connect with one aspect of the wind element, bring that clearly into awareness, understanding this is the internal wind element in this body. And place that internal wind element experience right next to what we found at the beach. That aspect of wind, holding the two in awareness together. It's clear. The internal wind element, the external wind element are the same. No difference. And stepping back, aware of this whole body, of the earth elements in this body, the water element, the fire element, and the wind element. We clearly see that in this body, this is all there is. Everything we can perceive within this body is made up of some blend of earth, water, fire, and wind. We understand this body is these four elements, nothing else. Exactly the same. Is the four elements that we see when we look at the world around us outside of this body. No difference.